Mike Swagger with the Kiln Doctor in Virginia. This video is for teachers and any kiln owner that has kiln shelves that uses glaze in their glaze firings. These are kiln shelves from a school. This is before. These are kiln shelves that were pre-kiln washed, and you can see where they have some glaze drips and melts. It's real important to have kiln wash. These shelves down here are kiln shelves that I've just scraped, and you can see the previous kiln wash, how it protected the shelf. Now coming over here, this is a shelf that I've cleaned. These are tools that you need to really get problems like this off the kiln shelf. You need chisels, you need hammer, you need a grinder. This is a hand brick. It's silicon carbide. It cuts through the kiln wash. It helps pop off any of the little glaze strips. It pops it right off. Now, it's important to wear safety glasses, a mask, and a pair of gloves. You never want to handle a kiln shelf with your bare hands. Glaze is melted, it's glass. It's very sharp, it'll give you a nasty cut. So you have to be protected to do this. Now, I go in schools every day, and teachers, this is a mundane project. If it's done properly in the beginning of their school year, and they clean and coat their kiln shelves will get them through an entire school year, unless they have students that really use a lot of glaze and it really melts into the kiln shelf. Now you can see this kiln shelf had very little kiln wash protecting the shelf. So this is going to be really hard to get this clean. I'm going to have to chisel it, I'm going to have to grind it, and you're going to have a grinding disc that will clean concrete or cut concrete. So this is how it's done. You scrape them, clean them. You can see the kiln wash dust that I've scraped off. You can see how the kiln wash is still on the kiln shelf, and it's had previous layers on it. So we're going to wipe that down really good with a wet sponge and let it dry, and then we're going to mix up our kiln wash, and we're going to mix and put a new coating on each of the kiln shelves. When you do kiln wash, you want to do two layers. You want to do a layer this way on the shelf, and you want to do a cross layer. That's all you need to do. You don't need to kiln wash the edges of the kiln shelf. You don't really need to go all the way out to the edge here. Here in the middle where they join, you want them coated, but out here where it's close to the kiln walls, you don't necessarily need to go all the way out. You could be a half an inch from the edge. It's very unlikely you're going to have a piece that's going to be that close to the wall. Hopefully this helps. Watch the video and learn. Thank you very much. This is why you use kiln wash. If you don't, it gets into your kiln shelf. It's a lot cheaper to do kiln wash than it is to keep buying kiln shelves. So I'm chiseling off the worst. And then I'm going to take my grinder here. you can see how that really cut it cut that glaze off, but if you feel that, it's got all the little grooves in it that were cut in by the grinding disc. If kiln wash on these shelves, you won't have to deal with this problem. So if you keep up with it at least once a year, it's definitely cheaper to buy kiln wash and take a few hours. I've done these shelves here in less than an hour so far, just by having the tools, the setup, and now it's going to take me longer to go in. I got to mix up all the kiln wash down the shelves, let them dry, coat the shelves one layer, let them dry, coat it the second layer, and you're ready to go.